शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक वीरगणपति भजो भजो वीरगणपति भजो भजो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक विघ्नविनायक विद्यादायक वीरगणपति भजो भजो वीरगणपति भजो भजो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो वीरगणपति भजो भजो वीरगणपति भजो भजो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो वरसिद्धि गणपति जपो जपो शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं शुक्लाम्बरधरं गणेशमन्त्रं नित्यं नित्यं जपो जपो 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 राम। ओम श्री राम जय जय 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 राम। दशरथनन्दन राजा राम। दशरथनन्दन राजा राम। दशमुखमर्दन सीताराम। दशमुखमर्दन सीताराम। दशरथनन्दन राजा राम। दशरथनन्दन राजा राम। पशुपतिरञ्जन राजा राम। पशुपतिरञ्जन राजा राम। पापविमोचन सीताराम। पापविमोचन सीताराम। श्रीराम जय जय राम। 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 भयहर मंगल दशरथ राम। जय मंगल सीताराम मंगल कर जय मंगल राम मंगल कर जय मंगल राम मारुति सेवित तारक नाम मारुति सेवित तारक नाम श्री राम जय जय राम 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 दशरथ नंदन राजा राम दशरथ नंदन राजा राम दशमुख मर्दन सीताराम दशमुख मर्दन सीताराम दशरथ नंदन राजा राम दशरथ नंदन राजा राम दशमुख मर्दन सीताराम दशमुख मर्दन सीताराम दशरथ नंदन राजा राम दशरथ नंदन राजा राम पशुपति रंजन राजा राम पशुपति रंजन राजा राम पाप विमोचन सीताराम पाप विमोचन सीताराम श्री राम जय जय राम 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 भय हर मंगल दशरथ राम भय हर मंगल दशरथ राम जय जय मंगल सीताराम जय जय मंगल सीताराम मंगल कर जय मंगल राम मंगल कर जय मंगल राम मारुति सेवित तारक नाम मारुति सेवित तारक नाम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय जय राम
Krishna Rama Krishna Hare Om Rama Krishna Hare Rama Krishna Hare Om Rama Krishna Hare Om Rama Krishna Hare Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarva dharma swarupine avatar varisthaya Ram Krishna yate namaha Janani Sharadam Devim Ram Krishnam Jagat Guru Pad Padme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhur Muhur Namaha Shri Yatiraja विवेका आनंद सूरये सच्चित सुख स्वरूपाया स्वामिने तापहारिणे स्वामिने तापहारिणे गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरा गुरुर्साक्षात् परं ब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति
Krishna Prabhu Paramadaya
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम कृपाल मां परम कृपाल, श्री मां शारदा परम कृपाल,
परम कृपाल मां परम कृपाल, श्री मां शारदा परम कृपाल,
करुणा सागर युग अवतार, नैया हमरी करो भगवान,
करुणा सागर युग अवतार, नैया हमरी करो भगवान,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल,
परम दयाल प्रभु परम दयाल, राम कृष्ण प्रभु परम दयाल। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय, पवन सुत हनुमान की जय, श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय। Om, page 154, Shri Guru Savastakam. भव सागर तारन कारण है, रवि नंदन बंदन कंदन है, श्याम सागर तारन कारण है, रवि नंदन बंदन कंदन है, शरणागत किंकर भीत मने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, विधि कंदन तामस बस करहे, तुमि विष्णु प्रजापति शंकर है, पर ब्रह्म परात्पर वेद बने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने, मन वार कहे रीति क्रांति विधारण कारक है मम मानस चंचल रात्र दिन गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने रिपु सुंदन मंगल नायक है सुख शांति वरा भय दायक है त्रयताप हरे त्रव नाम गुनि गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने अभिमान प्रभार विमर्दक है गतिहीन जने तुम्हें रक्षक है चित्त संकित वंचित भाक्त जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने तव नाम सदा शुभ साधक है विधि धाम मनावक है महिमा तव गोचर शुद्ध मने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने जय सद्गुरु ईश्वर प्रापक है भव रोग विकार विनाशक है मन ये न सहे श्री चरण गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने 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 गुरुदेव दया कर दीन जने। ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय।
Revered Swami Swatmaramananda Ji Maharaj, respected elders, sisters, brothers, and dear children, Om Namo Narayanaya. It is with immeasurable reverence and joy on behalf of the officials of the Ramakrishna Center of South Africa, Phoenix, Johannesburg Sub-Center, that we acknowledge the presence of our revered Swami Swatmaramananda Ji Maharaj, Swami in charge of the Ramakrishna Center of South Africa, Phoenix, Johannesburg Sub-Center. I also extend a very warm and cordial welcome to each of you to this evening's special program celebrating Guru Purnima. Rooted in Sanskrit, the word Guru is derived from Gu, which means darkness, and Ru, which denotes the removal of darkness. Hence, a guru or a teacher is believed to be the one who removes all darkness from our lives. To Sri Ramakrishna, the word guru applied in its fullest sense. Although he never had the consciousness of being a guru, whatever he said and did was what a guru does to disciples, namely, to awaken them spiritually and also to free them. Most revered Srimad Swami Gautamananda Ji Maharaj is the Vice President and Trustee of the Ramakrishna Mutt and Ramakrishna Mission. Most revered Maharaj joined the Ramakrishna movement in 1951 and was initiated in 1955 by the then Vice President of the Ramakrishna Order, Swami Yatishwarananda. He received his early spiritual training under Swami Ranganathananda and was ordained as a monk in 1966 by Swami Vireshwarananda, the 10th President of the Order. Most revered Maharaj worked among the tribal and rural people of Arunachal Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh for 20 years, vigorously promoting value-based education. He served as the General and Executive Member of the Central Board of Secondary Education and the National Council for Educational Research and Training, New Delhi, the two major national bodies of the Government of India. Most revered Maharaj has organized extensive relief operations in India and is an expert in India's cultural heritage. He has lectured extensively both in India and abroad, in the East and West, to spread the universal message of Sri Ramakrishna in the light of Neo-Vedanta. Most revered Maharaj is proficient in English, Sanskrit, Hindi, Kannada, Tamil, and Bengali. He is highly regarded for his thought-provoking lectures and has also contributed a number of articles to leading journals. We will now listen to a recorded message by Most Revered Srimad Swami Gautamananda Ji Maharaj. This will be followed by a rendition of Guru Brahma by our Satsang group.
Dear Swami Sharada Prabhananda, Swami Swatmaramananda, and the devotees of Ramakrishna Center of South Africa, Johannesburg. My greetings to one and all of you on the auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima. Sri Ramakrishna used to say time and again that Satchidananda alone is the Guru. Himself being the embodiment of Satchidananda, Sri Ramakrishna is the supreme Guru of this age. Sri Ramakrishna has awakened the Kundalini of the whole humanity, says the author of Sri Ramakrishna, the great master, Swami Sharadananda. Swami Vivekananda also called Sri Ramakrishna Khandana Bhavavandana Jagavandana. That is, he can cut the bonds of samsara and therefore he is to be saluted by everyone. His holy feet make the ocean of samsara look like a small hoof mark. Sampada tava Sripada Bhava Goshpada Varyathai, which we sing during our prayers in the evening. Holy Mother says, to see God is not so easy, but Sri Ramakrishna in this age, out of his great compassion, has made it easy for all of us. It is our great good fortune. Sri Ramakrishna hailed as the incarnation of this age. That is, he is the Yuga Avatara who has given us the easiest path to realize God in this age. What is that path? Number one, pray to God from your heart. He will always answer. Be humble and serve God in all beings. Number three, keep under control your desires for sense enjoyments and wealth, kama and kanchana. Number four, hold on to realization of God as the goal of your life, nothing less than that. And thus make all other activities of life secondary to it. Sri Ramakrishna is an ideal guru. Pray and he is there to help you. We are blessed that we are in this world so near in time to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother, Swami Vivekananda and other direct disciples, and also a galaxy of other great saints. Their lives and teachings are a source of inspiration and a constant guide in our spiritual life. Sri Ramakrishna's love extends to all castes, communities, religions and races, and especially to the women and masses of all countries. That is why he is called Sarva Dharma Swarupa. He is the embodiment of all religions and all morality. Sri Ramakrishna's life inspires us with faith to realize God in this very life and to serve God in man. He has left behind an order of monks who run the Ramakrishna Math and Mission, ashramas all over the world, along with the devotees. Thus, through his unbounded compassion, he is bringing the eternal religion called Sanatana Dharma to our own doors. We do not have to go to forests and caves to practice spiritual practices. By his grace, we are able to get the necessary teachings and guidance for living our spiritual life wherever we are. Let us take refuge under Sri Ramakrishna, who is working through the various gurus and making our lives fulfilled. On this sacred Guru Purnima day, may we pray to him for a righteous, that is, dharmic life here in this world and an eternal life of joy hereafter. May we all have spiritual enlightenment and thus enjoy immortal life, infinite knowledge and peace. Jai Ram Krishna. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
Home, page 30. Om Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Guru Maharaj Jaya Jaya. Nirvikar Nirakar Paramahamsa Jaya Jaya. Yogacharya Deva Deva Rama Krishna Jaya Jaya. Brahma Shakti Brahma Vidya Sharada Amba Jaya Jaya. Sarva ब्रह्मानंद जय जय महापुरुष महायोगी शिवानंद जय जय जगन्मात्र प्रीतिपुत्र योगानंद जय जय दिव्य योगी महात्यागी तुरीयानंद जय जय प्रेम रूप शांतिदात अद्भुतानंद जय जय परमहंस दात दात अद्भुतानंद जय जय गुणशील गुणातीत त्रिगुणातीत जय जय सदा कर्म मर्मदर्शी अद्वैतानंद जय जय हृदय अकनंद जय जय नित्य योगी सुनिर्मल निरंजनंद जय जय बाल भाव बालशील सुबोधानंद जय जय परमहंस कृपा पाठ अद्वैतानंद जय जय ज्ञान रूप शांति भाव विज्ञानानंद जय जय मात्र भक्त मात्र सेवी शारदानंद जय जय राम कृष्ण सेवा प्रेम शशि महाराज जय जय राम कृष्ण राम कृष्ण राम कृष्ण जय जय राम कृष्ण राम कृष्ण राम कृष्ण जय जय सकल देव देव सर्व सर्वदेव जय जय सत्ययुग अवतार राम कृष्ण जय 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 राम कृष्ण जय 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 गुरु महाराज जय जय गुरु महाराज जय जय गुरु महाराज जय जय ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय
Revered Swami Sharda Prabhananda Ji Maharaj is the president of the Ramakrishna Center of South Africa, Phoenix. Revered Maharaj joined the center in 1975 and has been actively involved in the center's various spiritual, cultural, and outreach work ever since. We will now listen to a recorded message by Revered Swami Sharda Prabhananda Ji Maharaj. Thereafter, a bhajan will be sung by the Satsang group.
On this auspicious occasion of Guru Purnima, let us reflect on the message of Sri Ramakrishna for spiritual aspirants. It was a hot day. The heat of the day lingered on till late at night. Perhaps to get some fresh air, Sri Ramakrishna stepped out of his room for a stroll on the bank of the Ganga at Dakshineshwar. Emerging from his room, he spotted the night watchman. As a savior and guru, Sri Ramakrishna asked him the significant spiritual question: can you chant the Lord's name a little? This brief encounter was the interface between God and suffering humanity. God motivates suffering humanity to put in a little effort and chant the Lord's name. God, on his part, responds abundantly, as Sri Ramakrishna says. If you take one step towards God, he will take 10 steps towards you. When a devotee protested that he had no feelings or inclination to chant the name of the Lord, Sri Ramakrishna advised him to resort to prayer. In 1884, when the devotee Hazra, who had already been living with Sri Ramakrishna for nearly 2 years, asked him the question, does God listen to our prayer for devotion? Sri Ramakrishna's words of assurance are an inspiration to all of us. The Master said, surely I can assure you of that 100 times, but the prayer must be genuine and earnest. Now, what did Sri Ramakrishna mean by praying to God with earnestness? Speaking to Pandit Sashadhar, Sri Ramakrishna advised as follows: what kind of yearning? One should yearn for God as the cow with a yearning heart runs after its calf. The Master added, add your tears to your yearning. Sri Ramakrishna and Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi emphasized that God's name must be chanted with regularity, at least in the morning and evening. Regularity creates a habit. The force of a spiritual habit is so powerful that it becomes the current of our life, taking us Godward. The habit of regular prayer and meditation comes only through the grace of God. It is the most effective means to drive us towards the Lord Himself. Lastly, we will consider the need for surrender to God. Whenever we are in need of something greater than ourselves, we seek relief from a greater source. An illiterate learner goes to a teacher for knowledge. A diseased person goes to a doctor for help, and a poor man goes to a rich person for financial aid. Similarly, the seeker after freedom from suffering goes to God, the Savior. Upon surrendering to God, he is blessed with divine grace and is liberated from misery. And how are we to surrender or take refuge in God? Lord Krishna taught us in the Bhagavad Gita in chapter 12, lodge your mind in me, thus you shall dwell in me. Do not doubt it here or hereafter. This is basically some of the important teachings that Sri Ramakrishna gave us to reflect upon and to practice in our day-to-day spiritual lives.
Home page 33.
जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साते बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साते बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे
जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे बोलो राम कृष्ण जपो राम कृष्ण 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 भज मन राम कृष्ण रे भज मन राम कृष्ण रे भज मन राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे राम कृष्ण नाम बोल रे मन अविराम 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 शीतल हो बे सब ज्वाल रे शीतल हो बे सब ज्वाल रे शीतल हो बे सब ज्वाल रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे राम कृष्ण जय बोल रे मन निराश्रय 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 शांत हो बे मन प्राण रे शांत हो बे मन प्राण रे शांत हो बे मन प्राण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे जीवन प्रभाते मर मेरा साथे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे बोलो जय राम कृष्ण रे ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय
Revered Swami Swatma Ramananda Ji Maharaj is the Swami in charge of the Ramakrishna Center of South Africa, Johannesburg. Revered Maharaj joined the Ramakrishna Mission in 1988 and has been actively involved in the organization's multifarious activities ever since. I respectfully hand over to Revered Swami Swatma Ramananda Ji Maharaj to address us.
Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Ganana-antva Ganapatigam Havamahe Kavim Kavinamupamashravastamam Jyeshtarajam Brahmanam Brahmanaspata Anashrunvannotibhisse dasadanam Mahaganapataye Namaha Prano Devi Saraswati Vajebhirvajinivati Dhinama Vitriyavatu Ano Divo Bruhataf Parvatada Saraswati Yajata Gantu Yajñam Vagdevyai Namaha Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha Guruhu Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Sthapakaya cha dharmasya sarvadharmasvarupine avatara varisthaya Ramakrishnaya te namaha. My humble prostration at the lotus feet of the Guru, who is none other than the Creator Brahma, the Sustainer Lord Vishnu, and the great Maheshwara. He is none other than the highest formless, attributeless Parabrahma. Om Namo Narayanaya to all of you. Today we have all assembled here to celebrate the Guru Purnima. While coming outside, we saw the bright moon, full moon, that is called Purnima. Why is this addition Guru? Can the mic humming sound be reduced, please? Now, today is also a special day, the birthday of Vyasa Maharshi, who was the son of Parashara Maharshi, and his grandfather was one of the Sapta Rishis, the Vasishta Maharshi. Now, there is another special occasion which we are celebrating on this day. This was the day, the Guru Purnima, on which Lord Shiva for the first time gave the knowledge of yoga to all the Sapta Rishis. Now, why should we celebrate the birthday of Guru, that is Vyasa Maharshi, as this Guru Purnima? Now, our great Sanatana Dharma, the basics, the foundation, the Prasthanatraya, it's called the pillars of Hinduism or the Sanatana Dharma, is now in a way given to us by Vyasa Maharshi, also preserved by him. Vedas are our scriptures, which was so vast and it was being lost. It was so much so that people couldn't remember it. It is called Shruti. Now Vyasa Maharshi got everything together, edited it, divided it, and formed all the 4 Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sama Veda, Atharvana Veda. That's why, though Vyasa Maharshi's name was Krishna Dvaipayana, because of this momentous work of editing and dividing and protecting the Vedas, he gets the name Vyasa. Vyasa comes from the root word Vyas Dhatu, or root word, meaning dividing the Vedas. So if we are now having those wonderful scriptures, the oldest of all the scriptures with us, it is because of this Vyasa Maharshi. Then the other pillar of Hinduism, the Sanatana Dharma, is Bhagavad Gita. Now, we all know that Bhagavad Gita is placed in Mahabharata. Mahabharata, which is called Itihasa. It's not a Purana. Ramayana, written by Valmiki Maharshi, is the first Kavya. But Mahabharata is called Itihasa, history. So that was also written by, composed by Vyasa Maharshi. And whatever we see, that another Prasthana, that is Smriti Prasthana, the great Bhagavad Gita, was also brought into this form and given to us, though it is the song or the teaching given by Lord Krishna, it was brought into this form, preserved and given in this form of the shlokas by Vyasa Maharshi. And another basic pillar of Hinduism, that is Brahma Sutra, that is also given by Vyasa Maharshi. And the 18 Puranas, they were also edited and given to us. So everything you see in Hinduism, every foundation, the basic thing of Hinduism is given by Vyasa Maharshi to us. That's why we revere him as the Guru, and his birthday is celebrated as the Guru Purnima. Now, we have come to know that we are celebrating this Guru Purnima. So, whoever may be our Guru, whoever may be the Guru who has given us the Mantra Diksha or guided us in our spiritual life, now we can't go on dividing and redividing and making so many sects and groups in Hinduism. So we all gathered together on this special day, the Vyasa Purnima. Vyasa Maharshi is none other than the avatara of Vishnu. That's why, again, it goes back to the Lord himself. We celebrate this precious day as the Guru Purnima. Even we also revere our own Gurus who have given us Mantra Diksha or guided us in spiritual life. That is the speciality of Guru Purnima. On this day, we have to understand this principle called Guru. It's not the person. It is the principle which we have to understand. Now let us go on slowly, little by little, to understand this concept called Guru. In Sanskrit, Gu Shabdasya Andhakaraha. Gu means Andhakara, ignorance, darkness. Rushabdasya Nivaranam. So Ru the word ru in Guru represents the removal of ignorance. So once the ignorance is removed from our heart, what remains? The Lord. It's the knowledge. Nothing else. Suppose you remove the darkness, light is already there in our heart. Not that we are ignorant people, but we are the children of immortality. All of us have that God in completion, in infinity in our heart. Then what is that making us not to manifest it? It is the ignorance which is covering that. So Guru is the person who removes this ignorance, the darkness, it is in the form of darkness, and gives us the light of consciousness of the Lord to us. That's why the name Guru. We have also come to know the meaning of this word Guru. We see that the teacher is also called the Guru. Then what is this concept of Guru? Is it like this? I will take you through one incident. There was a classroom. There was a new teacher there. The teacher, now when he came to the class, he saw there were about 60 students, and he wanted to test the students. He asked the question to the classroom, my dear children, who is great? Guru, the teacher, or the mother? Naturally, in Hinduism, they will tell mother is greater, mother is considered to be very high. So he thought the children will tell mother is greater than the Guru. But one of the girls stood up in the classroom and told, my dear sir, you are greater than, the teacher is greater than the mother. How is that? Can you explain it? The teacher told, sir, my mother in the house, she has 4 children. The youngest, the toddler, in the cradle to put him into sleep. My mother takes nearly 1 hour singing the lullaby and so many other things. She has to take so much of difficulty to put him to sleep. The second child, to put him into sleep on the bed, telling him the stories and so many other things. Again, she has to take so much of time and difficulty. The third child, same thing. Fourth child, me, also same thing. But sir, you, the moment you start the class, all the 60 children go to sleep at a time. So are you not greater than my mother? So the concept of Guru is not like that. It is something higher than that. And let us see how the concept of Guru or the principle of Guru is higher than that. Now, I want to take you through some other special aspect of Guru. Now, why should we need a Guru? Why to take mantra from a Guru itself? Why can't we just take some scriptures and the mantras are there and we can get that knowledge and we can repeat the name? Why should we take it from the human Guru who has all the weaknesses like any other human beings? This was also the question of Girish Chandra Ghosh when he wanted to come and take Diksha or make Ramakrishna as his Guru. He even used to ask that from Ramakrishna himself. So let us go on understanding. Once he asked Ramakrishna, sir, can you explain to me what is this concept of Guru? Ramakrishna used to always explain things with wonderful, simple examples by which even the common man could understand. Now, Ramakrishna told Girish Chandra Ghosh, Guru is like a marriage broker. See, suddenly you will be thrown off the guard. What is this? Ramakrishna is telling Guru is like a marriage broker. Now Girish Chandra Ghosh told, can you explain it, sir? What does the marriage broker do? He brings together the bride and the groom, isn't it? So he brings about the union of the boy and the girl in marriage. Likewise, the Guru brings about the union of Jivatman, that is we, the living being, with the Paramatman. That is yoga. Yujir yoge. Yoga means union. What is the union here? We, the living beings, Jivatman, we are united with the Paramatman, the highest Lord. So that was the simplest way by which Ramakrishna could explain to Girish Chandra Ghosh, and he could understand and grasp it so nicely. Now, I asked you the question, why take the mantra from the Guru? If mantra can be taken from the book or somebody else, the result cannot be the same. If received directly from a Guru, the result will be something different. Now, what is that? God's name has its own power. Illumined souls explain that if an aspirant learns from a Guru who lives the life, who has progressed a little, the result will be greater. One becomes convinced. Is it possible to realize God after having seen such a soul before one's own eyes? In the struggle Godward, every now and then, aspirants become discouraged. Therefore, to keep up the struggle and sustain a certain zeal, one must associate with the holy. That is another benefit of the Guru. Now, one saint was asked by a journalist, why do we need the Guru? What is the need of the Guru? Then that saint explained to that journalist, when you are in a terrain or a place which you do not know, what will you do? Now, everybody in their phone and in their car, you have GPS, isn't it? A lady will come there, or if you switch over to a person, he will come there and guide you. Go there, turn right, turn left, go straight, go 600 meters, and you just follow her or him on the GPS, isn't it? So in an unknown terrain, you need GPS. Then the saint told, what is GPS? Guru positioning system. So if you need a GPS, Google positioning system, if you want Google Mama to guide you wherever you go in an unknown terrain, then what about the spiritual field, which you do not know even an iota of it? Don't you need a Guru? That's why the Guru told GPS is Guru positioning system, because this is more unknown. The terrain of spirituality is not at all known to you. So the Guru who has crossed this spiritual unknown terrain, he knows where there are pitfalls, where it is dark, where there are holes you may fall down. On the roads, there'll be so many potholes. If you do not look properly, you may fall down and get hurt. Likewise, there are so many hurdles on the path of spirituality. The Guru has already crossed this path and he knows the terrain very nicely. So he can take you, lead you very nicely without any problem. Otherwise, if you go for yourself, it may take a lot of time and you may be into dangers. That is the reason why we need Guru. Ramakrishna himself asked, is a Guru necessary? Who is the Guru? Now Ramakrishna explained, God, Ishvara, Satchit Ananda, Parabrahma Swarupa is the Guru. Human Gurus, then who are the human Gurus? They are the conduits of this Supreme Source. The Lord, who is infinite, formless, need a form. He needs an instrument. He needs a pure conduit through which he can help us, pass his power to us. Now, human Gurus are the conduits of this Supreme Source. Swami Satprakashanandaji Maharaj, former head of the St. Louis Vedanta Center, had a conflict from whom he should take initiation. Swami Brahmanandaji Maharaj was the Manasaputra, spiritual son of Ramakrishna, was alive. Holy Mother Sharda Devi was alive. Mahapurush Maharaj Shivanandaji, the great direct disciple, was alive. Now he was confused. Whom shall I go? Whom shall I approach? Who will be my Guru? So now each one told him to go to the other. Finally, he went to Swami Shivanandaji Maharaj, who said, my dear child, it's the same water, meaning the power conveyed from the Supreme Guru. Rainwater has fallen on the roof. Suppose you imagine a very big building, so rainwater falls on the roof. Now there are conduits on different corners of the building for the water to go out. They may be shaped in the form of a lion or an elephant or whatever. The architect may like something, he may put different mouths there of a cow or an elephant or something. So now, are you worried about the conduits or the water which comes through that? So it's the same water, meaning the same power conveyed from the same Supreme Guru. Rainwater has fallen from the roof. If it is coming out through the mouth of a tiger and the mouth of the lion, there is no distinction between the two. So now Mahapurush Maharaj Shivananda Ji is telling, we are only, the Gurus are only the conduits, the channel through which the Guru power flows. It's immaterial who is giving the mantra. The Guru, the body, the conduit is not important. But the water or the power of the Lord. If one's Guru is evolved, the result will be better. The power of the mantra will be more. But the important thing is your faith. Your faith is your Guru. Faith is very, very important. It's not just belief. Faith is something very, very higher. Your faith will be more. Your power, now when you get it from the Guru, suppose you can take it from some book of some Tom, Dick and Harry. But if you take the mantra and go forward in the spiritual life, you will not get faith in that mantra. Today, you will like this mantra, this Ishtadevata. Tomorrow, you will lose interest. You will go to some other mantra, some other people. And you will start your practice there, half done in the other one earlier. So Ramakrishna himself used to tell, if a person goes to dig the borehole, suppose somebody has told him, you get water here. Now, after 50 feet, he sees that he didn't get water, he lost interest. Then somebody told, oh, that person, the old person told you the wrong place. Now come, I know better, I will show you this. He dug the hole there 60 feet, he didn't get water, somebody else took him to other place. So like that he went on digging the borehole at different places, put on so much of effort and money. Finally, the right guy came to him and told him, if you had dug the borehole in the first place, all these 60, 70, 80 feet, in that first place itself you could have got it. The water. Likewise, here, when you get it from the Guru, your mind will not deviate here and there. You get faith and you can easily go forward in spiritual life. That's why your Guru, you should take the mantra or the name of the God through the Guru. The Guru power, all combined, gives the result. Mantra power is increased if you have more faith. And if you even, it will increase even more if the teacher, the Guru, has faith in you and you have intense faith in the Guru. In another context, Ramakrishna taught, when one's mind, your own mind, becomes pure, then the mind itself will become your Guru. You have to wait until then. You have to take the help of the Guru. After you proceed forward, you take the mantra with great Shraddha, faith, and do the spiritual practice. When your mind itself will become pure, then the mind itself will act as the Guru. Now, let us go and see what Holy Mother Sharda Devi has to tell. Now, to understand that, you have to take it from the Guru itself. I will tell you one more confusion of the doctors. You know, the doctors are nowadays into a lot of problem. Why? Because of this syndrome. What is that syndrome which the doctors are facing? We know that patients have so many syndromes. But this is the syndrome of the doctors. What is that syndrome? Idiot syndrome. A challenge to doctors. Now, who has given this? Dr. C. N. Manjunath, who is the director of the Jayadeva Hospital, the heart surgery hospital in Bangalore. What has he told about this idiot syndrome among the people? Is becoming a challenge to treat educated patients. Why? The internet. What is this idiot acronym? So he's telling idiot means the internet derived information obstructing treatment. What is the expansion of idiot? The internet derived information obstructing treatment. That's called idiot syndrome. Is when people blindly trust medical information available online and stop their treatment abruptly. Patients access key information about their ailments online and expect added help from the doctors. Doctors are now falling sick because of this. How to face such kind of educated patients with this idiot syndrome? Doctors are falling sick because of stress and they need to take care of their health. There is an added pressure to acquire communication skills rather than just technical and professional skills for the present day doctors. Likewise, if you think that if you can get all the knowledge from the book or something else without going to the Guru, it will be the same. There is a saying by one saint, in the Krita Yuga, Satya Yuga, the Guru would beat the disciple nicely and teach him and discipline him. So the disciple would take that as Mahaprasada from the Guru. Now in the next Yuga, what is that? Treta Yuga, when Ramachandra existed, the Guru would scold the disciple to discipline him and remove his ego. And the disciple would take that scoldings as Mahaprasada. Now I think in South Africa people call the scolding of the saints as Prasada. I remember it. Now, in the next Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, when Lord Krishna lived, now the Guru had to very carefully discipline him, telling him in different ways and methods. Now in this Kali Yuga, the Guru has to plead, bow down to the disciple and ask him to get corrected. Otherwise, the disciple would have so much of ego and other things. He may file a lawsuit against the thing if he scolds him or beats him, isn't it? So Kali Yuga is very, very difficult. So the work of the Guru in this Kali Yuga is very, very difficult. Now, let me take you through some aspect of this principle of Guru with the help of the teachings of Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Referring to initiation by mantra, one of the disciple, now he's telling, I said to Holy Mother, her, Mother, what is the need of taking the mantra from a teacher? Suppose a man does not repeat his mantra, will it not do for him if he simply repeats Mother Kali, Mother Durga or Shiva? So why should we take the mantra and all those things with Omkara and Bija mantra? To which Holy Mother Sharda Devi replied, the mantra purifies the body. Man becomes pure by repeating the mantra of God. Listen to a story told Holy Mother Sharda Devi to the disciple. One day, Narada Maharshi went to Vaikuntha, the abode of Lord Vishnu, to see Lord Narayana and converse with him. Now, Narada had not at that time been initiated by the Guru. Now, when he came to Vaikuntha, and after the conversation, when he left Vaikuntha, when Narada left the place, Lord Vishnu said to Mother Lakshmi, purify the place where Narada sat with the Ganga water. Now, it was the turn of Mother Lakshmi to ask, why, my Lord? Asked Lakshmi. Narada is your devotee. Why then do you say this? To which Lord Vishnu said, Narada has not yet received his initiation from the Guru. Why then do you say this? When Lakshmi asked, Lord Narayana replied, Vishnu replied, he has not been initiated by the Guru. The body cannot be pure without initiation. Even though Shuka Maharshi was a born Brahmagnani who had realized the highest even before birth, that was Shuka Maharshi. He was not allowed to enter Vaikuntha because he had not got initiation from a Guru. Then though his father was Vyasa Maharshi, the great Guru, he had to go to Janaka, the father of Mother Sita, Janaka Maharshi, and he has to learn spirituality from him. Then only he was allowed to go to Vaikuntha. So now, mother, after telling this story, she tells, the body cannot be pure without initiation, spiritual initiation. One should accept the mantra from a guru, at least for the purification of the body. The Vaishnavas, after initiating the disciple, says to him, that is the disciple, now all depends upon your mind. It is said, the human teacher utters the mantra into the ear, but God breathes the spirit into the soul. Now, everything depends upon one's mind. Now, let us go to another aspect of this Guru principle through the teaching of Holy Mother. What is that? Now, Holy Mother Sharda Devi was asked by one disciple, Mother, they take the mantra, but what do they get? We find that man remains as he was. Now it was the turn of Holy Mother Sharda Devi to reply. She told, my dear child, power, Shakti passes through the mantra. The Gurus goes to the disciple and the disciples come to the Guru. Now we can understand the positive power of the Guru flows to the Shishya. But what is that power which passes back to the Guru from the Shishya? That is the negative force, the sin. Now Mother is telling, that is why the Guru at the time of initiation takes on himself the sins of the disciple and suffers so much from physical maladies. It is extremely difficult to be a Guru, for he has to take the responsibilities of the disciple's sins. If the disciple commits a sin, that affects the Guru too. On the other hand, the Guru is benefited if the disciple is good. Some disciples make quick progress and some do it slowly. It depends on the tendencies, purva samskara, of the mind acquired by one's past deeds. Now, Mother Sharda Devi, after telling this, she is giving the example. Do you know that is why Rakhal, that is Swami Brahmananda, hesitates about giving initiation to the disciples? He said to me, Mother, as soon as I initiate a disciple, I fall ill. The very idea of giving initiation makes me feel feverish because they have to receive the sins of the disciple. Now, we shall try to take you through some other aspects of the Guru principle. Now, we have been editing. Now, one gentleman is sitting here, Brother Francis. He is now composing a wonderful work, that is the life of Srimad Swami Shivapadanandaji Maharaj. In South Africa, the Guru lineage has come from Ramakrishna to our great personality, the Guruji, who is called Nishchalanandaji Maharaj, who went to India, got initiation from Virajanandaji Maharaj. Virajanandaji Maharaj got initiation from none other than Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Then Nishchalanandaji got initiation of the Sannyasa Diksha from Purushottamanandaji, who was the disciple of Brahmanandaji. So both the cases, it is Ramakrishna who has come to South Africa through this Guru Parampara, and the disciple of Nishchalanandaji was Shivapadanandaji. Shivapadanandaji gave initiation to many disciples. There were 7 or 6 sannyasin disciples. The 2 chief disciples whom we all know is Swami Sharda Prabhanandaji and Swami Premanandaji Maharaj, who has given up his body recently, maybe 2 years back. Now, that is the Guru Parampara we see in South Africa. Swami Shivapadanandaji Maharaj, in his work, now today, we are editing and going through that. I am sitting with Brother Francis and going through all those incidences from the life of Swami Shivapadanandaji, one of the incidents really caught my attention. I thought, with his permission, I want to share that with all of you. And what is that? Making the work of the Guru is making ancient scriptures appealing to modern man. Let us see how. Regarding, here in South Africa, there is a Ramakatha and so many other Katha, Shiva Katha being done by the priests. And also the establishing of the Jhanda in front of the houses. You are aware of it, South Africans especially. So regarding the Katha and Jhanda, ritual prayer ceremonies, typically presided over by the Pandit or Hindu priest, a question was posed by a devotee about why one should listen to this prayer year after year. But nothing changes. It is the same old story and antiquated, to which Shivapadanandaji Maharaj mentioned that it may be so, but this prayer is now a publicity campaign. Earlier, it was a really worthy thing which was practiced by the old people. Now it is turning in this way. But if a person took heed and practiced what was recited in the Ramakatha or any other Katha, many spiritual changes would have taken place. Even those people officiating the prayer, they are officiating that Katha and placing that Jhanda, the priest, for so many years. Even these priests officiating the prayer have not changed at all. He mentioned that one could make the Katha recital appealing by modernizing it to suit the trends in the present day. Now, some devotees who were there with Shivapadanandaji, they didn't agree. Some members did not agree with Swamiji's suggestion and said that if one took old mango pickle that has been sitting on the shelf for a long time and repackage it to make it more attractive, people would buy it. The same would happen with the modernization and updated Katha. It does not necessarily have to be a Ramakatha. It can be Shiva Katha, Hanuman Katha, Ganesha Katha, or even Ramakrishna Katha. So now some members were still skeptical about what Shivapadanandaji told. Now Swami Shivapadanandaji further elaborated. He said, look, when a car was first invented, what did it have? The audience responded by saying 4 wheels, an engine, steering, doors, seats, etc. He then asked, is there any change from what it had then and now? Some of the devotees responded, no, not much. Swamiji then continued by asking, if you were given a 1948 model vehicle and asked to drive to Johannesburg from Durban 600 kilometers away and be there within 6 hours, would you be able to manage? The majority responded by saying no. When he inquired, why is it? They responded by saying that it was very slow, uncomfortable, not fuel efficient, etc. Now Swami Shivapadanandaji said, well, there is your answer. Modern cars are a pleasure to drive because they are comfortable, fast, with modernized engine system, fuel efficiency, have ergonomically designed seats, may come in automatic or manual, have ABS braking systems and side mirrors with efficient adjustments. So what's the difference? Same 4 wheels, same steering, same engine. So you can see that it still has the same major components but has been modernized and repackaged to suit the demands of this present day society. Now, if this is so, why can't we repackage our ancient scriptures to satisfy the modern society? There must be a paradigm shift in our thinking, and we must not hold on to the age-old stories which were pleasing to man and society during that period. Now you can see how Shivapadanandaji in his place as a guru could make these people understand with the modern day examples. Likewise, it was the wish of Shivapadanandaji. Now you can see here, Guru does this. Whatever has been told, now we all hear the name of Purana. What is the meaning of Purana? Pura Apinava. Even though they are very old, it is always new. It is the Guru who gives us in the new perspective the old, ancient scriptures, the truth. So that is the work of the Guru. He will make it palatable and very interesting. And now he will increase the faith of the disciple. Now with this wonderful example of Shivapadanandaji and himself being a wonderful Guru and guiding his disciples, we can see how the ancient scriptures, the ancient knowledge of spirituality can be made palatable and also very useful to this modern age. That is the work of the Guru. Now with one or two examples by Holy Mother Sharda Devi, I'll be ending my talk in making you understand this principle of Guru. Now let me take you through one or two examples. Now we all think that the Guru should be great, but the work of the disciple is also very, very important. A young man placed in very poor circumstance had come twice or thrice for initiation from Holy Mother Sharda Devi. Unfortunately, he couldn't succeed owing to Holy Mother Sharda Devi's illness. So he wrote a letter to Mother. Please do not refuse me anymore. It is with great difficulty that I have to go there. I want to know whether the next time I come, I shall get initiation or not. In replying to this, Holy Mother Sharda Devi said to a disciple, a person, whoever he may be, must go back if the Guru is not well. Even if I am well, I cannot invite people for initiation. People get facilities and opportunities according to their past karma. A person comes here several times but does not get the opportunity to see me, either because I am ill or for some other reason. It is his bad luck. What can I do? You may say that it means a great deal of expense for him, and everybody does not have money. But a Guru may turn away a person seeking to be a disciple time after time. He who is really eager for the blessing of the Guru, however, will come to him even by begging. The truth is this: he who is really anxious to cross this ocean of world will somehow break his bonds. No one can entangle him. Financial difficulties, awaiting a reply, the fear of going back with unfulfilled desires, these are mere excuses. But the determination of the disciple and sincerity of the disciple is very, very important. You might know another incident in the life of Holy Mother Sharda Devi itself. She had come traveling from far distance and she was resting in her room in Udbodhan on the first floor. Below in the ground floor, Sharadanandaji Maharaj, the direct disciple of Sri Ramakrishna, was guarding like a security below. One devotee wanted to see Mother. He came there. Sharadanandaji stopped. See, their mother is resting. She had come from a long distance. Now do not go and disturb. What? Mother is resting. I am the child. I have to go and see my mother. Who can stop me? Sharadanandaji stopped him. He pushed Sharadanandaji away and went up to Mother and got her darshan and came back. Now he was repenting. He came and asked excuse. He apologized to the Swamiji, but he told, no, my dear child, because you had that determination, you pushed me and went there, you had the darshan of the Mother. Only when the disciple has that determination and strength, only then he can get. The moment I had stopped, you had gone back, you would have not got it. Now, since because of your determination, you went there, you pushed the hurdle and went there and you could get the vision of Mother. So now the work of the disciple is also very, very important. It's not only of the Guru. Now, with one more wonderful incidents from the life and teachings of Holy Mother Sharda Devi, we shall stop this learning. It never stops, but for today, we shall stop. It's a continuous process of learning what is this Guru principle by which we can make our own mind the Guru to guide us. So now, let me take you through one more incident, a wonderful incident from the life of Mother Sharda Devi. One day, Radhu, you know Radhu? She was a close relative of Mother Sharda Devi, who was living there with her in Jairambati. That Radhu's dearest cat was lying at the edge of the yard. One woman was standing near and she was petting it with her foot. Gradually, she placed her foot on the head of that cat to pet it. The Holy Mother noticed it and said, "Oh dear, what are you doing? Do not place your foot on the head of the cat. Head is the seat of the Guru. Sahasrara, Turiya. This is the Sahasrara, the seventh plane of consciousness. So the head is the seat of the Guru. When you are asked to meditate on the Guru and Shiva, they ask you to meditate in the Sahasrara, the 1,000-petal lotus. Now Mother is telling her, the head is the seat of the Guru. Should one place one's foot there? Salute that cat. Then Mother warned her, only Guru, your Guru, Mantra Diksha Guru can touch the head of the disciple with the foot. Nobody has, because that is the place of the Guru and Shiva. The said woman responded saying, Mother, I never knew that. Mother, I came to know of it only now. Now, one day in Jairambati, Holy Mother said, in connection with the evil mentality of some of the attendants. You know, gurus will have so many attendants. That's now very, very important. Mother is telling about the service, the sevaks of the Guru. Many disciples, they want to serve their Guru. What should be the attitude of service to the Guru? Mother is telling, look here, there is certainly what is called seva parada, mistake in the service to the Guru, faults in serving. That means, as one serves the Guru, gradually one becomes more proud and egoistic. And then one wants to make the Guru or the saint puppet. Whether the master sits or stands or eats, he must do at the bidding of that attendant. The attitude of service completely disappears from them. Why should people turn out to be so? They will get the sin by this attitude. Now, Holy Mother telling about this, is there a greater degeneration of seva? Most holy men have an aura of grandeur around them. Attracted to that, many people come to serve them and they remain intoxicated by that attitude, but that grandeur. The mother then narrated a story. Look, the story goes like this. In a tank, there was a reflection of the full moon. Today is also the full moon. Seeing that, all the small fish of the tank were immensely pleased. They leaped and splashed and played around the moon, thinking that it was one among them. But when the moon went down, during the daytime, they were the same old lot. So, giving this example, Sharda Devi tells, when you are serving the Guru, you should be very, very careful. You should serve with great humility. You should not become proud and egoistic and control the saint or the Guru. So then you will get the sevaparada or the sin. You know, Shankaracharya tells, now the Jivan Mukta Purusha, when he gets the realization of the God, but still he continues to live. What is called the Jivan Muktam is liberated while living. Now what happens to his prarabdha karma? He has so much of prarabdha karma in him. What will happen to that? Now so many people like this will come, they will trouble him and they will eat off all the prarabdha karma of him and they will suffer for that. So while you are serving the Guru, you should be very, very careful not to do this seva parada. So many things about the Guru, the principle of the Guru are there to learn. I cannot tell all that in this small time. So we shall meditate, we shall pray, to the Lord to make us understand what is this Guru principle and concept. And we have taken the mantra Diksha from the Guru. And if you perform it properly, it will purify you and it can give you, it is just like the wish-yielding kalpavriksha. It can yield or it can fulfill any prayer of yours. So, with this wonderful idea of the mantra Diksha from the Guru, if you have taken it, wonderful. If you have not taken it, make the decision and take that mantra Diksha from the Guru, and we shall all proceed forwards towards our goal. The goal of human life is God realization, and we all of us shall proceed forward towards that with the grace of the Guru. Thank you one and all. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurur Devo Maheshwara Gurur Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Om Dhyanamoolam Gururmurtim Pujamulam Gururpadam Mantramulam Gururvakyam Mokshamulam Gurur Kripa. Om Kim Vachaniyam Guru Mahima 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 Apar Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Apar Mahima Guru Mahima Anoraniyan Guru Mahima Anoraniyan Guru Mahima Mahato Mahiyan Guru Mahima Mahato Mahiyan Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Apar Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Apar Mahima Guru Mahima Sachidananda Guru Mahima Sachidananda Guru Mahima Pavan He Man Guru Mahima Pavan He Man Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Apar Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Guru Mahima Apar वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा अनोरणीयं गुरुमहिमा अनोरणीयं गुरुमहिमा महतो महीयन गुरुमहिमा महतो महीयन गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा सच्चिदानंद गुरुमहिमा सच्चिदानंद गुरुमहिमा भावनये मन गुरुमहिमा भावय हे मन गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा अनोरणीयं गुरुमहिमा अनोरणीयं गुरुमहिमा महतो महीयं गुरुमहिमा महतो महीयं गुरुमहिमा सच्चिदानंद गुरुमहिमा भावये मन गुरुमहिमा सच्चिदानंद गुरुमहिमा भावय हे मन गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा 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 अपार महिमा गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा किं वचनीयं गुरुमहिमा ओम श्री राम कृष्ण भगवान की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय श्री अम्बे अम्बे मात की जय।
Sisters and brothers, the next item on our program is an update on the Johannesburg Sub-Center's Ashram development, which will be delivered by Mr. Naresh Ramatar, Chairperson of the Johannesburg Sub-Center. I now hand over to Mr. Naresh Bhai.
स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ॐ ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय श्री रामकृष्णाय नमः। ॐ ऐं सर्वदेव देवी स्वरूपाय Shri Ramakrishnaya Namaha. Bowing at the feet of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna, the embodiment of all the gods and goddesses, I humbly make my pranams to revered Swami Swatma Ramananda Ji Maharaj, respected elders, sisters and brothers, both physically present here at today's program, and to our online viewers. Dear children, Om Namo Narayanaya. Sisters and brothers, it is really an honor and privilege to address you this evening, being in the holy company of revered Maharaj, and also being in the company of spiritual aspirants. I would like to talk to you today about one of the best long-term investments with the highest possible returns that you will ever be able to make. And in making this contribution towards the construction of the Ramakrishna Center, Johannesburg Ashram and Temple project, you will be paying forward a legacy. Today, revered Maharaj so succinctly expressed and shared the power that exists within the Ramakrishna movement here in South Africa. That power resides in the parampara, the lineage ultimately flowing from Sri Ramakrishna himself. This legacy that we also reflect upon is a legacy of our forefathers. As they entered into this arena of Africa, South Africa in 1860, they had come here with very little belongings, and through great personal sacrifices, amongst them one great monk known as Swami Nishchalananda had made his own personal sacrifice and went all the way to India, Calcutta, took Mantra Diksha, and brought forward with him the grace and power of the Master here to this wonderful land. When we reflect on our legacy of our forefathers, we think about the generations that we've come forth from. Our parents, our grandparents, our great-grandparents, all of them making personal sacrifice and imparting one important ingredient into our lives that has seen us all born and flourish into great beings. And that one attribute, that one thing that they'd given us was education. Nobody in this room can deny that power that they've instilled in us. Swami Vivekananda eloquently defined education as being that perfection that is already within. And today, through that great legacy, we live wonderful, peaceful lives. This legacy that we speak about, also inspired by Swamiji's talk today, is a legacy whereby today we can see how wonderfully these ashramas are able to take ancient solutions to solve modern problems. In this Ramakrishna order, we consider an ashrama to be none other than the body of Sri Ramakrishna. So on this auspicious occasion, as we celebrate Guru Purnima, we have this great vision, this great opportunity to establish the home of Bhagavan Shri Ramakrishna in North Riding, where we can go and serve. More than serving, let us also look at it in what does this contribution look like. Let's make it more real. It'll be none other than establishing the vibrant continuation of the teachings of Sri Ramakrishna, Ma Sharada Devi, and Swami Vivekananda. And all this whilst propagating Sanatana Dharma and keeping it at the center in the midst so that the future generations of young Hindus, spiritual seekers, and broader South African communities can all take benefit. This will lead to a better world for all of us. Let us also consider this opportunity as planting a seed that will grow into a big banyan tree, a seed that will grow into a tree bearing boundless and infinite amount of fruit for the generations and generations to come. In doing so, let us also acknowledge that in sowing the seed, we may not be able to enjoy all the benefits of that fruit, but know that that seed in itself will sow greater and greater benefits to society in the future. There can be no greater bequest than to enable a process through which our young generation can learn and live in an ethical, moral, God-conscious life of service to others. When we reflect on this bequest, let us picture and imagine, let us use the metaphor of when the flowers bloom, the bees come of their own accord. This ashrama development is none other than that beautiful blooms. On its own, devotees will come, and as we've seen through COVID-19, so many trials, so many tribulations, so much of pain, so much of suffering, so much of distress. We've seen homes broken. We've seen homes falling apart. We've seen family breaking down. We've seen mental stress. We've seen so many calamities. And this ashrama community that we have here, seated in your heart of hearts, is none other than the Lord himself. Swami Vivekananda says, each soul is potentially divine. The goal is to manifest that divinity within. Lord himself resides in all of us. And when we come together in this congregation like we are here now, the Lord himself is listening to us. He's listening to us, and I'm reminded by Swami Swatma Ramananda, when the devotees yearn, wish, and make every small personal sacrifice with squirrel attitude, the Lord is listening to his children. And that goal that we are striving for will come forth even faster. They say, in fact, Sri Ramakrishna says that the Lord can even hear the footfall of an ant. So during this time, what we have seen with our devotees having the ashrama in their heart of hearts, we want now to materialize this into the construction that we have pegged and committed to Sri Ramakrishna that we would want to break ground during Vijaya Dashami this year. I lovingly appeal to each one of you to open your hearts and direct something towards it, whether by skill, whether in kind, whether by simple advice, or simply through prayer. My dear sisters and brothers, I remind you that we cannot transport any wealth or material possessions into the afterlife. But through this gesture, through your kind-heartedness, directing whatever little towards this project, we can certainly transport the merits of this act of good deeds and self-sacrifice to the upliftment of all beings. And more so, this will translate into an eternal benefit, an eternal opportunity, one that creates punya, one that creates merits that we will live now and forever. No earthly investment, being house or car, can offer you this type of a return, but your contribution to this project can. My dear sisters and brothers, this project has now culminated to the point where all our legal work has been completed, and as in very simple words put in commercial terms, If you had to ask me, when can we start this project? Simply put, cash is king, and we really require any sort of support. Link us to your networks, bring us ideas. We can certainly make the time and do some little presentation, and so that we can understand, we can share this project with all of you, so that we can put the home of Sri Ramakrishna here in Johannesburg. This Guru Purnima, my sincere appeal to you is help, help, and help. Lend your hand in whatever way you can. This is for your home. This is your project. This is for our children. This is for the future generations to come. This is to uphold Hindu Dharma. Om Namo Narayanaya. Jai Shri Ramakrishna.
Officials of the Johannesburg Sub-Center, I place on record our heartfelt gratitude to Most Revered Srimad Swami Gautamananda Ji Maharaj, Revered Swami Sharda Prabhananda Ji Maharaj, and Revered Swami Swatma Ramananda Ji Maharaj for their continuous spiritual leadership and inspiring messages delivered this evening. I also express our sincere thanks and appreciation to each and every one of you for your participation in this evening's program. Sisters and brothers, kindly take note of the following announcements. The Johannesburg Sub-Center will be hosting the following celebrations: Shri Krishna Janmashtami on Thursday, 18th August, Shri Ganesh Chaturthi on Wednesday, 31st August. Further details would be shared closer to the time, and all are welcome to attend. Sisters and brothers, you may now offer your pranams to Revered Swami Swatma Ramananda Ji Maharaj. Prasad in the form of supper will be served, and have a safe journey home. Thank you to our online viewers as well. Om Namo Narayanaya.
Om Sarvesham Swastir Bhavatu Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinaha Sarve Santu Niramaya Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu Ma Kasche Dukha Bhave Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamadakshate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Om Hari Om Tat Sat जय श्री गुरु महाराज की
जय
जय श्री महामाय की
जय
जय श्री स्वामी जी महाराज की
जय
जय श्री गंगा मात की
जय
सर्व ऋषि मुनियन की
जय
पार्वती पते हर हर महादेव की जय। ओम नमो नारायणाय।